Hello everyone, Vac-Con Scott here for a tutorial on how to operate a pump truck. We're in the city of Fort Lauderdale on an emergency. They had an 18-inch forcemain pipe break. Right after the lift station. We're going to head over to the job site and get our pump location and our dump location. Once we do that, we can get to work. We've been working this job now for 2 days straight. Then you're going to start doing construction tomorrow to fix the pipe. We'll try to be here at least another 24 hours. Yeah, we've had a lot of rainfall these last 2 days. On top of a sewer line break. It's actually the sewer line, I think, that sends it to the treatment plant. This is a huge lift station they got down here. I'll show you here. Hang on a second. There's one of our trucks right there. He's pumping. So we pump from these 3 manholes here. That one's still overflowing. So we're going to back down into this dead end right in front of the lift station. That's Doug. You see the manhole in the rear view. He was waiting for me to get here. You never want to leave a manhole unattended. Very bad things can happen. Whether it be somebody falling in or somebody getting sued. Or both. Okay, set your brakes. Put it in neutral. You see how high the water is. Not really water, but that's what we call it. So you want to grab your super flex hose. Yellow and black one. Hook that up right here. Depending on what size hose you use. We use 3-inch hoses. Get that on there. This gives the hose more flex. I'll show you here in a minute. And we get the 3-inch flex hose. And let me set this down here for a minute. Okay, so let me connect the 3-inch flex hose here. Give me a hard get off. Actually, I'm going to put the manhole cover back on. Just so you don't know how to take a manhole cover off.
Trying not to get any sewage on my camera stand. You got your hook? I don't think that's gonna poke it. You got your hook? Put it in one of these little knots. Lift up on it. Put your foot on the manhole cover. Give it a quick lift. Give it off. You got it here and slide it. Then you're gonna take your hose. Put it inside there. You don't want to go too deep with the hose because you're gonna be handling it. Not like it matters in this messy situation, but the less hose you put in the sewage water, the less you have to touch it. So, and then take it back over. Want to make sure this is on pump. Ours aren't labeled, so I know pump is this way. And this is discharge, where you put everything out. And that's for draining. So pump. Open up the valve. Oh, I forgot my cone. Put your cone out for safety. Just somewhere on or near. Then you hit the pump switch right here. What I do is I bump up the idle, make sure your speed control is on. I bump up the idle one or two. And it should be sucking. Yep, it's starting to go down. You see that? Comes back up for it. You can always tell, like, if you come over here and give this a little lift, it'll feel really heavy. Definitely pumping. Then you got your view windows. Usually when it gets to the top one, we'll shut the pump off and pull out the hose. Well, no, we'll close the valve and then pull out the hose. I'll show you when we get there. All right, guys, it's reaching the first bubble. Well, now you definitely know it's pumping. You can see how quickly this tank fills up. So you can see it's, and then the third bubble right now. I'm only going to fill it up a little bit more because this truck, if it sloshes around too much, it gets into one of the tanks, and then you got to drain it. And there's a big floating ball in there that will rise up and it turns the pump off. So I think we got to fix a third plate inside of the tank. So just pretend like this is the top bubble, and it's pretty much almost to the top. You don't want to let it get to the top of the top bubble, because then you won't have room to do what I'm about to show you. So what I do is I'll pull the hose out and let whatever's in the hose get sucked up into the tank.
I don't know where I lost you. I'll edit it. I'll edit that back in, whatever I meant. So now we're headed to the dump location, which is about 3/4 of a mile down the road. We'll get more rain around 1 or 2, up to 3 or 4. So. All right, I'm not gonna make it watch me the whole time. A lot of construction going around in this area. So once you get to the dump site, which there's 3 manholes here we can use. Doug's using that one. There's one right there we can use. I'm going down to the one here in this little corner right here. So this manhole right here, I'm gonna get turned around and I'll get back with you guys. Okay, so we're on the road facing the opposite direction. So I'm going to put a cone in front and a cone in the back and near the manhole. I'm going to put a barrel out there just as well. I got my cone up there. Put this cone right next to the manhole. Watch me. I'm going to open the manhole. I'm going to put the hose in there. This is a different location, a different lift station. Okay, so now we're going to open the valve. It's going to start letting some water out. But it's still got suction in the tank. You got to come over here and put this valve in the middle. It releases the air. Kind of dark in there, but you can see we're releasing. So we'll just watch the bubbles. Then we'll check the hose when it gets down to the bottom of the last bubble. And then we'll wait for the water just to completely drain out. In some instances, we actually turn the pump to the discharge. If I turn it the opposite way, this way, that'll be discharge. Then you can turn on the switch for the pump, and it'll blow that stuff right out. Not too often we use that, but that's thought I pointed out. So we're getting to the last bubble here. See how quick it drains. Once I see it goes below that little bubble, I'll start listening for the sound. That sound will start slowing down, and then you know it's getting very close. Okay, I can hear it slowing down just a little bit. You might not be able to hear it because of the lawn maintenance guy over there. Get a lot of that in Florida. Start slowing down even more, then it will start trickling out. That's what we'll do after that. So now the water's really starting to slow down. That's completely done. I'm going to close the valve. I'm going to get the rest of the water out of the hose. Then I'm going to wrap the hose up, close the manhole. So here we go. It's done draining, so I'm going to close the valve and get the rest of the water out of the hose. Close up the manhole. Please make sure your hose doesn't drag on the ground. They're very expensive. And that's how you pump it up. Don't forget to remove your safety equipment. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's how you pump and dump. Depending if you're using a 3-inch hose or a 4-inch hose, 3-inch hose takes anywhere in this size truck from anywhere from, fill it up, I'd say anywhere from 10 minutes to 12 minutes. I wouldn't go over 12 minutes. And if you have a 4-inch hose, and depending on how high you got the idle, you can fill up in a matter of 6 minutes. So always keep an eye on that if you're using a bigger hose. If there's any questions, leave them down in the comments, and I'll try to answer them as quickly as possible. If you think I missed something, please comment that as well, and I'll go back and edit it. Thank you for following me, and I hope to give you another tutorial here soon. Have a great day.